Beijing, 2026. Donald Trump walks into the Great Hall of the People. Behind him, not soldiers, Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Jensen Huang, Boeing executives, Wall Street billionaires. Basically, half of America's stock market followed him into China. And Xi Jinping? Smiling calmly like a casino owner watching gamblers walk in voluntarily. Because this wasn't just a diplomatic summit. This was a trade negotiation, an AI negotiation, a rare earth negotiation, a Taiwan negotiation, and possibly the most expensive therapy session in human history. During the meeting, Xi Jinping once again mentioned something very important: the Thucydides Trap. Now that sounds like a Netflix documentary, or something you fall into while playing Assassin's Creed. But it's actually one of the scariest ideas in geopolitics. The theory says, when a rising power threatens an existing superpower, war often follows. In ancient Greece, Athens was rising, Sparta was dominant, and eventually, boom, war. Today, China is the rising power. America is the existing superpower. So when Xi Jinping mentions the Thucydides Trap, many people in Washington hear this: please don't panic while China replaces you. Which is not exactly calming. The strange thing is, America says China is dangerous. China says America is trying to contain China. Both sides distrust each other. Both sides prepare for conflict. Both sides accuse each other of aggression. And then, Apple still manufactures there. Tesla still builds there. Nvidia still wants to sell chips there. Boeing still wants aircraft orders there. So the modern Cold War looks less like the Soviet Union and more like two superpowers threatening each other while checking quarterly earnings together. Xi Jinping understands something very important. America can sanction China, but American corporations still need China badly. So Xi didn't just meet Trump, he met the CEOs directly. That was the real power move. Because Xi's message to the world was basically, you can bring tariffs, but you still brought your billionaires to Beijing. Whew, that is geopolitical emotional damage. And then came the real battlefield. AI chips. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang suddenly became one of the most important people at the summit. Because whoever controls advanced AI chips may control the future economy. China wants chips. America wants to restrict chips. Nvidia wants profits. And suddenly, Jensen Huang looks like the world's richest middle child during a divorce. Then comes another problem: rare earths. Tiny materials, massive consequences. Without them, no EVs, no advanced missiles, no AI hardware, no modern electronics, and China dominates rare earth processing. So while America controls advanced semiconductors, China quietly controls many of the materials needed to build the future, which means both superpowers are basically holding each other's supply chains hostage. Human civilization is unbelievable. Now, officially, everyone smiles for the cameras. But unofficially, Taiwan is sitting invisibly in every conversation. Because underneath all the handshakes is one terrifying question. What happens if China moves on Taiwan? That's why this summit felt so strange. Upstairs, CEOs discussing profits. Downstairs, militaries preparing for worst-case scenarios. The Cold War never looked this profitable. Trump believes something very different from old-school Washington politicians. He thinks pressure works, tariffs work, leverage works, business relationships create influence. So instead of trying to completely destroy economic ties with China, Trump appears to be trying to control the relationship instead. Basically, fight China, but keep the money flowing. Which, honestly, sounds very American. And this is why the Thucydides Trap matters. Because both countries believe they are defending themselves. China thinks America wants to stop China's rise forever. America thinks China wants to replace America forever. Both sides think they are the victim. Both sides think history is on their side. And both sides are too economically connected to fully separate. So now the world watches. Two superpowers, too dependent to divorce, too suspicious to trust, and too powerful to fail, trying to avoid the oldest trap in history, while bringing CEOs to negotiate the future of civilization. Welcome to the world's most profitable rivalry.
Thank you for watching Pastcast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the next empire falls.